Walnuts contain the highest omega-3 ALA content among commonly consumed tree nuts, about 2.5 grams per ounce. That sounds impressive, and it is, but remember that ALA converts to EPA and DHA at very low rates, typically under 5%. Walnuts absolutely contribute to omega-3 intake, and some research suggests ALA itself has benefits independent of conversion. But walnuts don't replace fatty fish for obtaining EPA and DHA. This distinction matters for people avoiding fish who assume walnuts meet all omega-3 needs. The polyphenol antioxidant content in walnuts exceeds most other nuts. These compounds reduce oxidative stress and inflammation. Some research links walnut consumption with improved endothelial function and reduced cardiovascular disease risk markers. The cardiovascular evidence is substantial enough that the FDA allows qualified health claims about nuts and heart disease. Studies typically show benefits at about 1 to 1.5 ounces daily. The cognitive health research is intriguing. Some observational studies associate walnut consumption with better cognitive performance in older adults, and animal studies suggest mechanisms involving reduced oxidative stress and inflammation in brain tissue. The omega-3 content theoretically supports brain health given that brain cell membranes incorporate these fats. However, human intervention trials are limited. The evidence suggests potential benefits, but isn't definitive enough for me to claim walnuts prevent cognitive decline. The melatonin content in walnuts is interesting for people struggling with sleep. Walnuts contain small amounts of melatonin, potentially supporting natural sleep-wake cycles. Some people report better sleep when consuming walnuts in the evening, though individual responses vary dramatically. The tryptophan content may also contribute to sleep-promoting effects. Now for the practical concerns. Walnuts contain about 185 calories per ounce, roughly 14 halves. That's energy-dense food requiring portion awareness. Additionally, walnuts go rancid relatively quickly due to their high polyunsaturated fat content. That bitter, paint-like taste you sometimes encounter in walnuts is rancidity from oxidation. Store walnuts in the refrigerator or freezer to preserve freshness and prevent oxidation. This isn't optional if you're buying in bulk. The oxalate content matters for people prone to kidney stones. Walnuts contain moderate oxalates that could contribute to stone formation in susceptible individuals. This doesn't mean avoiding them completely, but daily large amounts might be excessive if you have a history of calcium oxalate stones. For daily integration, add walnuts to morning oatmeal for texture and omega-3s. Toss them into salads for crunch. Use walnuts instead of pine nuts in pesto for cost savings and omega-3 benefits. Make energy balls combining dates, walnuts, and cocoa powder for a nutrient-dense snack. Roast walnuts with spices for a savory snack, though excessive heat can damage the polyunsaturated fats, so use moderate temperatures. The key with walnuts is viewing them as part of a varied diet that includes multiple omega-3 sources if optimal omega-3 status is your goal. 1 ounce daily provides antioxidants, some omega-3s, and satisfying healthy fats, but shouldn't be your sole omega-3 strategy if you're avoiding marine sources. The cardiovascular and potentially cognitive benefits appear real at modest daily intake, but more isn't necessarily better given calorie density and oxidation concerns.